Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a message for fire signs. So if you're a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, this may be for you. This is for the week of April 20th through to the 26th. So for all my subscribers, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. You truly mean the world to me. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by, and if at the end of this it resonates, please feel free and subscribe. Join the journey with me. Let me encounter your energy more often, and hey, help me build my channel because it would be wonderful to have you along this ride. I'm just going to take a moment to ask my team of Light and Archangel Michael to bless us, to guide us, to guard us, and to show us the way here with the clearest form possible of messages and only messages for our highest good today. I would also suggest, if you're calling in your angels or guides, if you're calling in spirit, ask that they're giving you top-notch advice in a way you can understand. So I just want to also say, no matter what messages do come through the cards, your spirit today, it's still up to you and your active free will and the choices you make and the steps you take, how you integrate this guidance today. And to me, that's personal power, my friends. So I am just going to start off here with a message from Life Oracle, and this is by Mario Duque. And we'll get just an overall message that Spirit would like to have us know this week. Okay, so Spirit, what's one message you would have anyone know, whether Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius? So, big time this week is there are no limitations except for what you put on yourself, my friends. I allow myself to exceed my expectations. I remove all internal barriers created by my own beliefs and fears in order to open my consciousness to the infinite. There are no limitations. There is no end. Everything is continuous. I open my thoughts towards a broader horizon beyond my perception of reality. I am now open to all new possibilities. For some of you as well, this may be time to really think about meditation, quantum meditation, in terms of connecting to 5D energy during this time. Can also be like shamanic workshop, shamanic dreaming. This also may be just in our own meditation space, our connection to the divine and our connection to the hidden realms, our connections to non-ordinary reality, knowing that if we don't believe that this is possible, we won't see it. And sometimes even if you're taken into, kind of guided meditations, if we have a lot of build-up and belief systems that say that that's not right or that's just my imagination, you're not going to receive the messages. So I feel like this is really releasing our fears to connecting to the divine, connecting to the spirit realm as well, and knowing that through our meditation space, the answers and the guidance that we receive, they're also limitless. You can ask Archangel Michael, you can journey up to him. You could ask any of your guides to show up, to be present, and to help walk you into this path of light. If you can see as well, this giant bird, there's a doorway above her. And while she's sitting in one place, technically in this 3D world, on this earth plane, she's connecting to limitless amounts of spiritual planes as well. So I'm going to ask one more message, please, for fire signs, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius, for the week of April 20th. These are so hard to use. For the April 20th to the 26th, please. Okay. The bottom of the deck is openness, and meaning in order for us to experience this, we need to keep an open mind and an open heart. First, remember that you are free. I am free. From now on, I am free of duality, fear, judgments, and people that may prevent me from moving forward on my path to inner peace. I listen to my heart. The veil of my ego is lifted, and a vision of my new life appears to me. I am focused on inner growth, and I remain steadfast in the energy of love. Again, remembering that you are free. When you free your mind, when you free your heart, you're able to experience more than this world has to offer than you previously may have thought possible. Achievement. And I advance on the road of achievement in order to discover myself. In spite of difficulties, I achieve my objectives and embrace life. Again, no limitations when you put your mind to something. Faith is my strength. I believe in myself and my true potential. With the simplicity of a child and the wisdom of an old wise man, I move forward for my own sake. I live without fear because I will always be in good company on the journey towards the light. One of the things that in all three cards I've read, I live without fear. And that is, what are the limitations that we put ourselves? Fear. Some of us may not want to move forward with projects. Why? Fear of failure. Right? Fear of success, fear of what other people will think. And remember throughout this that you are free. You are free to do and feel the ways that you need to, and you're free to experience your spiritual journey how it is for you, because not everybody's going to have the same experiences. Not everybody is in the same spot in their path of light. And in terms of as well, this path of light, we are here sometimes to have different jobs that we're supposed to do. So strength is here. Love this card. It always reminds me of Archangel Michael's sword, as well as here the sword and the stone. But this sword is piercing this focus, this crystal strength. I do not let my emotions control me. I keep my thoughts pure, and I do not yield my power to anyone or anything. I rise above self-doubt. I gain confidence in myself through my own power and my unshakable faith that I have the strength to overcome anything. I find courage in truth, and to overcome my fears, I resort to the most powerful weapon, love. Awareness. I am opening my consciousness to my true self. I choose to be here to grow, to free myself from conflict, and to discover who I really am. I let go of the world of illusion and the limitation that the material world imposes on me in order to elevate my being towards the eternal light. I seek to improve myself as I explore the wonderful being that I am. And if you can tell here too, in her meditation space, she's connecting to heaven. She's connecting to a golden temple where there is an immense amount of knowledge, as well as while she's doing this in her own awareness, the element of fire it's honoring as well the sacredness of this. So lighting a candle, I find if you light a candle, make an altar, put some crystals around it or something important to you, this intensifies the connection to spirit, because we're doing it with an intention, and we're bringing awareness as well that we are connecting with the spiritual realms here. And the last one, live for love. I enjoy each moment of my life and put love in everything I do. Love gives life to all things. I open my heart to this great power. I do everything in gentleness and kindness. Each thought is made of light, and I love God, I love all beings, and I love myself. Henceforth, I live to manifest love and light for each soul everywhere. And if you can see here, this triangle at the bottom of her throat is green. It also means that we're speaking of love. We have a butterfly that is blue with our throat chakra. I feel like this is a lot of sacral energy and the creativeness, because as we live for love, we're creating a world that is love-centered. And this doesn't necessarily mean romantic love. This is universal love, universal light, knowing that as we connect to our higher realms, as we bring awareness to our spiritual nature, as we remove ourselves from the confines of fear, and as we allow ourselves here with this achievement to know with the wonder of a child and the wisdom of an old man that this is important, we are able to move forward in our journey knowing that everything is in divine timing and divine order, and the only limitations are what we put on ourselves. Faith is important. Having faith in something, if you're not a religious or spiritual person, if you don't really feel like you have a lot of faith in your life, this doesn't have to be about God, this doesn't have to be about spirit or anything like that. This could even just be faith in yourself, but knowing that the only limits that you're going to put are what you on yourself or how you impose them on yourself. So I'm going to bring a message from the Energy Oracle as an energy to be aware of this week. So you have the World. Changes are coming. Endings and completions. the universe. And for this to me as well, this is universal knowledge. This is also dichotomy of the light and the dark, the known and the not known, the hidden and the exposed, and almost a marrying of the two. As well as, they're not lotus, although they look like lotus. There are lotus flowers down here that I feel like the world brings changes and completions, and then 29 is an 11. Very, very universally guided number to help us take whatever challenges we may have faced in the past to help us rise up and bloom. As well as action was here. That you're being asked to move forward, and the angel of love came here with love, and we also have contracts. Some of you may be in the legal profession, some of you may be at this time going through legal matters, or some of you as well may be needing to bring just balance and justice into your world. For some of you, this could be marriage with the angel of love and the contract card as well, like a sacred spiritual union. And for me, this particular contract card could be soul contract as well. But with the endings here, I feel like for some of you, if there's been legal matters, or if you are going through a divorce, if you're going through a breakup, Spirit's still asking you to live with love and awareness. Again, to come at this with the curiosity of a child, but the wisdom of an old man. And what I heard just now was not to fight to the death, or if something is already dead, not to fight for what has already ended, to focus on the new love, to bring action as well to the love. I'm going to ask for one more card. Please clarify contract. Thank you. And you get door to personal health and happiness. Some of us, as we release this idea as well of the law and the scales of balance of right and wrong, some of us may have been told as well in our spiritual upbringing that connecting with anything other than God or connecting to the spiritual realm is wrong. And I think there's a massive awakening happening here. And you are definitely being asked to move forward with love, to ask the angel of love to guide you, but to know that if there's endings or if there's new beginnings, whatever this is, that it leads to the door of your personal happiness. And I'm going to read to you a little bit out of the book for that card, number 34, because I don't want to miss anything. I feel like it's important as well. 34, because if you can see through it, there is a rainbow in behind. So if there's endings, and if there's completions, and if there's legal matters or contracts that are being done away with or are falling apart and disintegrating at this time, know that whatever it is, through this difficulty, there is unending positivity and ability to manifest your heart's desires here, to bring a new world and a new world order to your life. Ooh, as I lose it. So there's an affirmation with this that I want to read to you guys first, because I think it's the most important here. I am strong, focused, and self-directed. I have the power to create wonderful new realities in my life. So even through endings, even through changes, even in places where, there may be truthfully endings. This could be against soul contracts, but legal matters, where there is being changes and they are imposed within a court system, or this idea of like a judicial thing, remembering that you are powerful and you have the ability to create paradise, to create something new. It just means that you have to take a walk through that door, and this is definitely asking you to do it, to be creative, to be active in your own transformation, and to bring love into your world, to focus on love for yourself as well. This pink, this rose quartz may be something that if you're experiencing difficulty, wear rose quartz. Ask the angel of love to help bless you, help bring more awareness to your worlds, help bring more unconditional love to your worlds. And again, live for love. Even though there's heartache, even though there's been pain, freeing ourselves as well. Some of you, this ending may be incredibly freeing. May not feel like it at the time, but making these movements is going to allow you to create new happiness in your world. So I'm going to put this back, and we are going to ask a message from the Keeper of the Light oracle on the most helpful information to move through this. Thank you. Get Lady Portia. Everything's in divine order. Everything. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Whatever this contract is as well, do what you feel is right. The actions that you feel are right. The world may be changing around you. This is asking you to live in light, to know that everything is in divine order, and follow your own truth. One more, please, Spirit. She also is connecting to this purple, this amethyst vibration as well. Connecting to the higher spiritual love. Spirit, thank you. And we get Ascension with Circus Bay. Knowing that all along this is all path for your ascension, for you growing as a spiritual being. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. One more card for helpful energy, please. This one. You are protected. Supreme Tara. Green Tara and Supreme Protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation. Trust. Throughout our changes in our world, even some of us may feel like, the power has been taken away from us. In these times of the contracts, if there's this, the word I'm trying to think about, if there's crumbling of structures, this is the universe truly bringing energy in to help dissolve anything that's no longer for your highest good, so that you can create a new world that's better for you. So remembering that everything's in divine order, you are absolutely protected. Spirit may seem like it's painful, but Spirit's only doing this to help you grow and to help you ascend on the path of light. So last message I'm going to bring here is from the Zombie Tarot. And we're going to ask a little tarot wisdom, please, Spirit, for fire signs, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. You get the High Priestess. And I love this card. It reminds me a little bit of Headhunters. I think it's Beetlejuice. But it's also being very, very connected to our primal spiritual teachings. Being very connected to the moon. Understanding on this world, again, that we are a physical being. Honoring the cycles of life and death, and knowing that within these old bones, these old structures, there's something to learn, as well as, I'm not sure which deck it is now, but it talks about the priestess, the high priestess, asking you to lead, and also asking you to connect with the divine, asking you to be a spiritual leader as well, is what I feel like, and remembering too that there are no limitations here. This fire as well is very important. This could be because you guys, fire signs, it's important to tend the fire. But it's also important in setting these intentions when we are connecting with Spirit. And tell me a little bit about this priestess. There are nuclear reactors behind her as well. So she's living very tribal here in a very industrialized world behind her. And for some of us, this is the dichotomy of being a spiritual person and connecting on planes that most people don't venture, but still having to live in the world that we live in. And there could be a lot of destruction around us, and this priestess really is asking to bring to light. Potentially some of you may be bringing to light hardships or bringing to light the wrongdoings of others as well, and you're protected. If you're trying to show environmental impacts of industry as well, you're protected to do this, but you're, I feel like, being asked to lead. You're being asked to show the way. You get the Six of Wands as well here, that it's victorious. Maybe a small victory, but this is asking you to stay the course, to keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. The world, that's the second world. The world's changing. And while some of us may be hiding in our bunkers because we feel like the world is on fire and we're not sure how to take the changes, it's your time. This may be something you've been waiting lifetimes to do, or the world's been waiting lifetimes for you to show up. Tell me more about the world, please, because it's a big one. The universe, again, it's bringing in the energy and the lessons that are meant to start us into our spiritual ascension, or many of us were already working on it. It's to bring new dimensions to our healing, new understandings of who we are in this world, who we are in this universe, and on a spiritual platform as well. Spirit, what else did you have us know? Thank you. You're going to be successful. Whatever you're doing, however you follow your fire and your passion with the wands, it's going to create a new world. It's going to create a new reality for you in this world as well. Tell me about the new reality. Thank you. And the Four of Wands. So you have the Six of Wands, the Four of Wands. That's an ending as well. But that's a victorious ending. That's success and victory and celebration. Parties. I feel like many of us as well, in times of isolation, as we feel like this we're all experiencing a collective experience. Most people around the globe right now are experiencing this pandemic. And this is raising global consciousness as well. This is asking us to work together as a spiritual community, to having, again, a global consciousness while we're doing this. As well as for some of you, this may be creating a new world. Many of us may be, they're showing me this silly meme, okay, that we thought the apocalypse was going to look like, The Road, or look like other post-apocalyptic movies that we've seen, and instead it's, Randy Marsh from South Park playing video games in his house. And I feel like for some of us, it's because the world doesn't need to manifest in such a dark way. It's asking us to bring love. A lot of those post-apocalyptic movies, they're not focused on love. They're focusing on the dark and all the bad things that could happen from, global decline. And for this is saying, you know what, they're worried, a lot of global leaders, a lot of people in this world are worried about the economy, worried about how are we going to pay the bills, feed our families, do we have a job left? And I feel like Spirit's saying to you right now, you really need to focus on creating the new. That rather than, just playing video games in our underwear like this particular meme, is focusing our intentions on victory. And doing it in a way that, yes, brings a completion to an old world and an old world of thinking. I feel like our world has gotten so globalized through capitalism, though. We're able to connect instantly via, the internet with friends and family all over the world. We're able to travel. We've been able to go places and see the world that our ancestors never dreamed possible. And while there's great things about globalization, there's also really terrible things about globalization. There's exploitation of natural resources and huge companies going into small villages in third world countries to exploit them. And I feel like some of you may be environmentalists as well, but I feel like this is you doing your part to say, no, we have brought destruction with this the Six of Wands, for following the old ways of doing things and focusing on commerce and focusing on money and focusing on indoctrined structures into our world on how we feel we have to live. And I think that is something as well that a lot of the world is changing. Because here we are, many of us, our day-to-day structures, our day-to-day realities have changed, and some of us as well, it's just starting to set in that there is a new normal. But it doesn't have to be bad. Everything's in divine order. You know, we have the Three of Hazards in the reverse. I'm not going to read this as a reverse. This is more, if we don't work together, we end up with destruction. We need to work together, because you have two major arcanas that come out with this as the Fool and the Chariot. And I feel like if we work together, if we choose to work together globally now, if we choose to work together with our family, our neighbors, for some of you as well, this is going to be gardening. This is going to be sharing the spoils of your gardening, sharing food with others, sharing resources with other people, and treating us all globally like we're one unified unit, because we are all in this together. And I don't want to focus so much on pandemic. And I'm sorry, guys, if my little rant on capitalism was not for you. It can't always be for everyone. All I ask is you click away with love. But I feel like us making these new movements, this 0 point energy, and it really is, it's the dawn of a new day. If we let it, it's going to bring major changes in our worlds. So I'm going to end with one more card, please, Spirit, and I will let you guys go. Give me way more than one. You get the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. All of these were reversed, and I think that it's because we need to see clearly. We need to be able to clear our minds and have open minds on what this fulfillment truly looks like. And in terms of making a decision as well on, you know, are we going to start living our life blindly and not worrying as well as where our goods and services are coming from, how they're made, how the people are being treated that are making it, the conditions and what they're working in? Are we going to keep living our life blind to the situations around us, or are we going to see it clearly? This could be an air sign for you as well, a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But I feel like most of this is, some of you guys, you are being asked to be spiritual leaders and to help walk people through a new way of life and to making decisions that are not blind, that are not destructive to other people, and taking actions that are balanced as well in this world. To remember that you have the power within you to create something new. That's what I have for you guys. I hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now.